See if we go live.
Okay, calm. First one we can start with James 1:1.
That's it. Yep.
Calm. All right. Shalom out here.
Shalom.
First and foremost, we're gonna start by giving infinite honor and praise to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Harakadash.
belongs to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, rule and teach world, peace and blessings to the hopeful and faithful elect across the four corners, living and preaching his truth to the best of their ability and sincerity. Shalom.
Shalom.
And as you can see from the title of today's lesson, it's prepare to detach from the matrix. Because we're coming into the time when you basically all this practice we was putting in, we about to have to utilize those skills we've been building up, man. All right, coming into a time where you're going to have to actually let everything go. It ain't going to be reading about letting everything go. You're going to actually have to let things go. All right, you're going to have to let your house go, your woman, your job, your cars. All right, you got multiple cars or whatever your situation is, you're going to have to detach, right? That you're going to see why the Lord been preparing us mentally. All right, so you can start it off. Right?
All right, this is James 1 from the top. James, a servant of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, to the 12 tribes which are scattered abroad, greeting. My brethren, count it all joy when you fall into diverse temptations.
All right, so that's why the Lord been teaching us to start Elder Pastor, start liking the pain, start enjoying the pain. I start liking it because it's gonna be a regular thing to just be catching hell in the upcoming month. It's regular right now, but it's gonna get worse.
It hurts so good.
It hurts good. Thank you.
Okay. Knowing this, that the trying of your faith worketh patience. But let patience have a perfect work, that ye may be perfect and entire, wanting nothing.
Right, but that's the end goal of all this tribulation and hell you catching. Is to, I say, to prepare you. If your brother get Revelation 3:10, is to prepare you for the hour of temptation. All right, so when the hour of temptation comes, you ain't actually tempted. All right, because you didn't let everything go already. Mentally, you already was detached. Okay, my woman might leave. I'm gonna lose my vehicle. I'm going to lose my house because you will lose these things. You're gonna lose everything. All right, but you mentally was prepared for it. You got that.
Okay, can we keep going?
God, I think it's like verse 4 is the point. You can start at verse 4.
I got the revelation.
Revelation, second Ezra. Revelation 3:10. Okay, Con, you got that.
I'm gonna read the 5. I read 4, but 5 going to the same thing. If any of you lack wisdom, let him ask of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, that giveth to all men liberally, and upbraideth not, and it shall be given him.
That's why in this time we just turning back to the Lord. We starting to realize it ain't shit we really control, bro. You just kind of a victim to shit a lot of times, all right? So we just hoping that the Lord just gonna, guide our steps, all right, through the whole process. We entering into the Passat. Lord willing, this the last Passat. Shit about to get real. You just gonna have to trust on the Lord with a lot of shit. It's like that right now. You like your day-to-day. I was watching brother videos. Like your day-to-day necessities is getting to that point where you got to trust in the Lord. Meals coming from the Lord. You're like, damn, I don't think I'm gonna eat tonight, is it? And then a meal comes. Okay, it's coming to those type of terms.
That was it.
I got the James.
Okay, you got that one. Then you got yours, right?
This is Mark 10, and I'm gonna start at verse 17. And when he was gone forth into the way, there came one running and kneeled to him and asked him, Good master, what shall I do that I might inherit eternal life? And Yahushua said unto him, Why callest thou me good? There is none good but one that is Yahweh. Thou knowest the commandment. Do not commit adultery, do not kill, do not steal, do not bear false witness, defraud not, honor thy father and mother. And he answered and said unto him, Master, all of these I have observed from my youth. Then Yahushua, beholding him, loved him, and said unto him, One thing thou lackest, go thy way and sell whatever thou hast. All right? You see, if you invested in this place, all right, you done worked and put all your money in your 401k, you done worked on your house and put all type of money in your house, all right? You done stacked a lot of G's in your bank account, you done put your children in private parochial schools so they could get the so-called best education, so they can make something of themselves. You see all that dream, goals, aspirations, anything you invest in here in America, you got to be ready to lose it all to inherit eternal life. And let's see what happened to this man when the Lord told him, get rid of all that shit. All right? And give to the poor, and thou shalt have treasure in heaven, and come, take up the cross and follow me. And he was sad at the saying, and he went away grieved, but he had great possessions. Now, you got a lot of people over here. You got a scripture to say, why is earth and ashes proud? Our people don't even have great possessions, and they just love this place. You see what I'm saying? And they can't fathom themselves leaving their houses, their little huts. Because compared to Esau's palaces, these little huts we live in. And they can't fathom them leaving their car, their huts. That's basically what the average Jake got, nothing more. They don't got acres. They don't got gold, ruby, you know. At best, for your average Jake, you got a house and a car. All right? And they don't want to leave that. Okay? And you're going to have to leave that. You're going to have to leave those comforts to inherit eternal life. All right? And Yahweh shall look round about and said unto his disciples, how hardly shall they that have riches into the kingdom of power. All right? And you know who people that have invested all of their life here in America and not ready to detach for it, you're not going to enter the kingdom of heaven. You got to detach from this matrix. And this matrix, through the deceitfulness of riches, all right, it beguiles you and you don't want to leave it. Yeah. That's why it's harder to unlearn something than to learn something. And that's the blessing for the men of the Lord. The Lord has put a spirit on them to unlearn. That's what being born again is all about. Changing your mindset, all right, and drinking new wine and looking at this place from another focus. Yeah, you got it, bro.
Get one real quick.
Nah, you got it.
All right. This is Matthew 6:19. Lay not up for yourself treasures upon earth. All right. So basically, the things that the elder brother was just speaking about, it's only so high Jake can get. And for the most part, your average Jake that's not an entertainer, that's not a superstar, that's not a dope dealer, like you said, you got a house and you got a couple of cars, man. Maybe a four-wheeler or a boat or some shit, all right? And that's as good as it gets. But with your how about Shimi Abishai, you have to understand that you're a slave. Once you understand that you're a slave, you understand that your possessions are actually nothing, and your possessions you don't even own. All right? Your house can be paid for, and if Esau wants to make a new highway, he'll hit you with an eminent domain. Your house can be paid for, and if you miss too many tax payments, it will be taken from you. Okay? Where moth and rust do corrupt, and that's what that's going into, metaphorically speaking. The things that you have on this side can be taken from you in the snap of a finger, and it will be taken from you in the snap of a finger because the men of the Lord are not going to get down with these decrees that's going to be coming out later. These financial decrees, these medical decrees. Okay, and you're going to be labeled a terrorist, an enemy of the state, and all kind of other things. I'm sure they're going to make up a new word that sounds worse than terrorism, man. Okay, and where thieves break through and steal, and that's actually going to happen too in Jacob's trouble, leading up to Jacob's trouble. The scripture said their houses shall be spoiled. Okay, your neighbor is going to come and spoil you and rob you. You can have all kind of food laid up in the pantry, getting ready for these things, and you don't eat a morsel of it. And that's why you have to be in the spirit. Okay, you be in the spirit. You be led by Yahweh Shemi Yahushua. But lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven, and it's a mind frame. It's your thinking changes. All right, like the other said, it's harder to unlearn things than it is to learn things. But when you learn things, new things, spiritual things, the unlearning starts happening as you're learning, man. Because when you accepting certain things, you're denying the old way. Esau's way and Yahweh Shemi Yahushua's way, they are so contrary that when you learn Yahweh Shemi Yahushua's way, Esau's way is getting unraveled. All right? So you don't care about no goddamn house. You don't care about no goddamn car. You ain't tripping on the titles. You just want to try to make it to heaven because you understand even this body, even this life that we're living right now is temporary. Okay? These bodies not going to go into the kingdom. They can't. And if you lose them on this side and you have enough faith in the prophecies and the things that's depicted in the scriptures for the times that we're going into, you realize that death can't even kill you, man. You see? For where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. So when you have your mind on high, you have your mind on power, when you have your mind on dominion, when you have your mind on obedience, and you realize why you're over here, You don't have no victim mentality. You be like, man, look, man, Pops, do what you got to do, man. All right. One thing that we can say collectively is it's time to come out of that metaphorical corner, because our bids is nothing but the Lord whooping our ass and putting us in the corner like you do your natural children. But since time is different with him, what he says, a day to him is 1,000 years to us. It seemed like you're in the corner forever, but we definitely can see us coming out of it. All right, and when you come out of it, you know what prophecy says. You're gonna go into rulership if you hold fast to what you have. You got it up.
God, I just this First Corinthians 9:24. It said, "Know ye not that they which run in a race run all, but one receiveth the prize? So run that ye may obtain." And that running is basically coming out of America, coming out of the mindset. It's all a trap, the American dream. It's a scheme, bro. It's a bunch of shit you making payments on, you can't keep. That Esau could take at any moment, and Esau about to reveal that. Okay, he could just take it from you. That's that whole New World Order system is. Right? It says, "And every man that striveth for the mastery is temperate in all things." Right? So he's building up our balance, our understanding. Right? Like a King Solomon got, he had to learn riches and poverty. That's why Lord got us in these lower states. Past lives we were winning to an extent. We were still, all right, but it's the worst we ever been. All right, and this real eye-opening lesson.
We lived in every era.
God.
So every era wasn't bad for Israelite, So we've lived on the high hill, it's just not in our remembrance. So our great king bring it back.
God. All right, it says, "Now they do it to obtain a corruptible crown." All right, they're trying to be the next Michael Jordan, this, that, and the third. All right, they're using all their gifts that they really got from the Lord. They're using those gifts to succeed for Esau.
Yeah.
All right, that's the corruptible crown. All right, he got you a bundle of women. They all committing adultery. You losing regardless, man. Now you see a nigga like Will Smith, and you realize you really can't win.
Yeah.
All right, and it says, "Now they do it to obtain a corruptible crown, but we an incorruptible," something that we can't lose. I was gonna say a more eternal weight of glory. All right, something that you're gonna have forever. Women you're gonna have forever. Houses you're gonna have forever. Now you're gonna be in your right mind forever. You ain't gonna worry about sinning or dying or nothing. All right, you ain't even nerves getting bad. They ain't gonna exist no more. It says, "I therefore so run, not as uncertainly, so fight I, not as one that beateth the air." Because the Lord gave you a goal. He gave you a purpose. All right, why are you doing this? You gotta understand why you're doing this for yourself, or else you're just here taking up space. It says, "But I keep under my body and bring it into subjection." Right, unplugging from the matrix, realizing that the shit that you want really ain't expedient or necessary for you a lot of the time. Hey, having a nice car, having dozens of women, what is that gonna do for you if you're just gonna lose it in the future?
Look what they did to Kanye.
Yeah, just take it instantly. God. And it says, "Lest by any means, when I have preached to others, I myself should be a castaway." Right? We try what's that one? That when they build, he set up count the cost. Right? You got to count the cost. Right? Lest when you don't finish building, men start laughing at you. He was a hypocrite. He was this. Yeah. He was talking all that shit about letting everything go. He couldn't even do it. We don't want to be like that. But that was it on that one.
I got you a precept, all right?
God, all
right, this Matthew 16, and I'm going to start at verse 24. "Then Yahushua said unto his disciples, If any man will come after me, let him deny himself and take up his cross and follow me."
And denying yourself ain't easy. It's a bunch of shit you start seeing that mentally you think, damn, I should have access to it. Why am I in this situation? That's a question that the Lord put in your head. And like, why am I in this situation? Why can't I get access to this? Why can't I do this? Right, but it really for our benefit. But you got to act.
"For whosoever will save his life shall lose it."
Right, so if you're trying to save your life, you're literally going. That's literal.
You're trying to hold other things in this world, you done. Let it go. Fuck it. All right. "And whosoever will lose his life, for my sake shall find it." You see, we have to disconnect from this matrix, man. You trying to save? That's what it say. Remember Lot's wife?
Yes.
You pull it up, all right? She was trying to save what she had in Sodom. See, her turning around is a metaphor of her. Damn, I made all that money for that. My fucking house. I put all my time and energy in their house.
My position.
My position. My business I sold into. You see? And what did the Lord do to her? He killed her. That's the same thing here. You have to disconnect from this place, man.
I got you.
Don't try to climb up a corporate ladder that's burning.
Yeah, real talk.
Beautifully put, man.
I got that from Yaga now, the other. Bring it on, brother.
This is Luke 17 and verse 32. It says, remember Lot's wife.
Remember Lot's wife, man. She was a dumb nigga woman. That's the fuck she was. They don't want to disconnect from this place because why? They got treats, liberties, power that they won't have according to our ways and customs. Bring it out.
It says, whosoever shall seek to save his life shall lose it, and whosoever shall lose his life shall preserve it.
All right. So whoever disconnects from this matrix, puts off the ways of this world, the philosophies of this world, all right, you're saving yourself. Because what did it say in Micah the 2nd chapter? This place will pollute you. So you got to put this shit off. Okay? There's more?
No, that's in
All right.
I said Lot was vexed with the filthy conversation. They'll let you know his wife was strode off.
Yeah, she was off.
Yeah, she was off. The type of shit they was doing in Sodom and Gomorrah, she was strode off too.
She was off. What that is in Job as the anybody ever been judged? I'm roughly paraphrasing.
Amen. Perish.
5. I think it's 5.
Yeah, has any man? That's what I want.
Perish.
Being innocent.
Being innocent. She wasn't innocent, man. That heifer wasn't innocent. She wasn't innocent. She probably was cheating on life. Me speaking as a man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? She was doing something off, man.
Freakism, because
Yeah.
you worried about freakism getting burnt up. It's safe to say you into it.
Yeah. All right. Let me flush this out. For whosoever will save his life shall lose it, and whosoever will lose his life for my sake shall find it. See? And we're changing our mindsets for Yahweh Bashim Shai's sake and holding on this testimony, even if it comes to us having to give up the ghost. What did he say in Revelation the 2nd chapter? Be found faithful unto death. All right. It is written in verse 26, for what profit a man, what is a man profited if he gained the whole world? If you get millions of zillions of bucks in your bank account, what's your profit if you burn up in the lake of fire? What did that profit? All right, you had a few days of living on a high horse, but it came to naught. The end thereof was smoking ashes. All right, and lose his own soul. Or what shall a man give in exchange for his soul? I mean, you're casting away an immortal prize, an immortal treat for some bullshit, for trash. Anything here in America is trash. All right, your immortal soul, the Lord translating us, giving us those beautiful bodies. You coming in the kingdom of heaven in that first resurrection. You're gonna give that up for some Bentleys, a mansion, and these ran through assholes. That's all of bitches that done fuck 30, 40 niggas before you, man. But this is what we have in store for us. Every time we touch a woman, she's gonna be a virgin. Ain't no other man gonna be able to say, I touched that. That's what we got in store for us.
But Jake don't even know what a virgin is on this side, bro.
You don't have to put plastic on yourself to go have sex because you're scared. But when you put a condom on, you're really scared, right?
Yeah.
You scared.
You don't. You get
You know?
You get proof of the reason why you're scared.
You got it, brother.
Yeah, 100%. This is Matthew 10 and 37.
Okay.
It says, he that loveth the Father or more than me is not worthy of me.
God, man. One of those accounts is say, one of the gospels say hate. If you hate not your mother, your father, we go into that word hate means to love less. All right, so you gotta love everything in this world less than you love the Lord, which is easy. And the Lord make it. That's how you know you're of the elect. The Lord make it easy for you, bro. He draw that. He put that detachment between you and certain women, between you and certain opportunities, job opportunities, between you and your family. That's how you know if you're a telltale sign that the Lord dealing with you.
Right? That's Matthew 10 and 37.
Mm-hmm.
Go to 34.
Come. It says, think not I am come to send peace on earth.
You just said, God,
I come not to send peace, but a sword.
So he came to. You keep reading, actually. Keep reading.
It says, for I am come to set a man at variance against his father.
All right, he's come to set men at variance against each other. All right, the woke against the sleep. All right, the living against the dead. That's what's happening right now. That's why you see certain men rising up and starting to see that this shit really ain't it. Like, what am I holding on to? Why am I doing this? I can't keep anything. Everything just easily, you can just slip out of your hands. You can just fall away.
Man, when you look at Kanye situation, one day you're a billionaire.
The richest man, the richest so-called black man in the American history.
Then the next day, you are
in debt.
In debt. This is in our arrest, man. You got it.
It says, and the daughter against her mother, and the daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law, and a man's foes shall be they of his own household.
Because one is going to be connected to the matrix. So when you're connected to the matrix, what does Mr. Smith do, who represents the spiritual demon Satan? He could jump in you and use anybody. All right?
He pollute them.
Yeah, and use them. On the movie The Matrix, he could jump in them and use them to kill you.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So when you're disconnected from the matrix, all right, you have variance with the matrix is going to attack. The matrix attack anybody that was unplugged. Us men of the Lord, we're unplugged. All right? So the matrix is going to attack us according to Revelation, the 12th chapter. All right? This devil knows he has but a short time, so he's coming down on who? According to 2 Ezra, the 16th chapter. The men of the Lord. All right? But the Lord say, come not upon them that have the mark. You see? And those are the men that are going to have the mark of the men that are unplugged from the matrix, man.
It's the ones Agent Smith can't beat.
You're not important. The mark in your forehead, bro.
Yeah.
It's really a way of thinking. It's just a different way of thinking.
It's a doctrine.
This is 1 Corinthians 6 and 9. And these are the people that's going to stay plugged into the matrix. And this represents like Lot's wife. Know ye not that the unrighteous shall not inherit the kingdom of Yahweh Yahushua, because they love the world. They love Esau's governmental style. They love the way that this world moves. And the bullshit that they were taught from infancy, they can't let it go. And that's one of the biggest things with our people. They can't let it go. And they can't unlearn the things that they won't let go. Be not deceived, neither fornicators, nor idolaters, nor adulterers, nor effeminate. He didn't even say LGBT. You could just be a feminine dude. You ain't even got to be laying with another man. All right? No abusers of themselves with mankind.
And the feminine goes into, you could be masculine and looking manly all day, but you deal with controversy in an emotional manner. That's effeminate. What you see going on with Sakari, that's an effeminate person. He's effeminate. What you see what's going on with Awar, Awar in Mississippi, it's he had controversy. Now what's the difference than a woman that's scorned?
Extortionists shall inherit the kingdom of Yahweh Yahushua, because they're still plugged into Esau's kingdom. You can't have both. You can't serve two masters. Okay? The Lord wants you to be all in for him, and to be honest, Esau wants you to be all in for him. Okay? You either be hot or cold. And such were some of you, but ye are washed. All right? So that scripture, in accordance to our title, the ones that are washed was unplugged from the way, unplugged from the matrix, unplugged from the world. They cast away those worldly thoughts, the worldly way of living, the worldly way of thinking, man. And you onto some bigger and better things, dominion, power, right? I wouldn't even want to sit in the goddamn seat of the presidency or whoever the boss of them, because it's temporary, it's temporal. Okay? And they can still get sick. They can still come down with all these different things.
King Solomon saying everything is vanity and vexation of spirit. There's a bunch of shit that you can't keep. He even said, what if I were to get all these riches and die and leave it to my son? And my son ended up being wicked. He said, so all that riches you can build up, for nothing.
For naught.
All right, got one right here. This James 4:2. It says, ye lust and have not. Ye kill and desire to have and cannot obtain. Ye fight and war, yet ye have not, because ye ask not. And that's what the conclusion that the Lord bringing us back into. all these things we really want. We want access to this, want the nicest women and this, that, and the third. You really just got to go to the Lord for it, man. All right, but the Matrix tells you got to go to Esau. You got to trust in him. It's like trust in him. He gonna give you all these things. Go to Esau. He gonna give you a nice woman. You gonna get a nice vehicle, nice this, nice that, big houses. All right, but the Lord, he ain't got no problem with that. You just gotta love him first.
Come on, Mark.
He even told King David, "I would have gave you some women if you'd have just asked."
I got a freestyle.
Let him finish
Oh,
bringing that
okay.
up. I want you to
And it
finish
says-
bringing that up.
It says, "Ye fight in war, yet ye have not, because ye ask not. Ye ask and receive not, because ye ask amiss, that ye may consume it upon your lust." There's a bunch of shit you can't handle.
You're not spiritual.
Mm.
You're not spiritual. When you're spiritual, you learn how to be balanced and deal with everything accordingly to the ways Yahweh Shem Shai had you deal with it. Because what did he tell? It is written. I think it's the book of Matthew. He say, "You've been good. You dealt good with it's the talents, small things. Now I'm gonna give you a few cities.
Yeah, 10 cities.
You know, 10 cities. You see what I'm saying? So the Lord wants, even with something simple as our finances, our riches, he wants to see us balance it and deal with it well. But it goes very far more than that. It goes into just your everyday life. He wants to see you do your be disciplined with your time. You know what I'm saying? He wants to see you be disciplined with your study habits and everything. All right? Because how you going to judge the 12 tribes of Israel if you're not disciplined? You see what I'm saying? And you don't know how to lean on his word to be a good leader, a judge. You see what I'm saying? People connected to the matrix. This matrix makes you lazy, slothful, and carnal.
Proud.
Yeah.
And Apostle Paul said this so eloquently. He said, "I've been abased, and I've had things." All right. And when you look at his lifestyle, he was at damn near every socioeconomic level, and he was in every situation that you can think of, spiritually and carnally. And that made him a hell of a judge, man. And that's why he was able to give out so much good advice that a lot of scoffers and non-believers don't receive.
That's why truth, you have some good seasons and some bad seasons. You'll be like, damn, okay, the Lord prepared me, certain things just be going your way, and then other times it's like everything goes the opposite of your way. Right? But that's to teach you balance. A lot of times when the shit was going right, there was certain shit you was overlooking. Right? Certain shit you was failing at. You didn't even know you was failing, but you had to be sat down a little bit just to see that you was messing up. Right? And it says, right, that's James 4:4, "Ye adulterers and adulteresses," which that's the whole nation of Israel. "Know ye not that friendship with the world is enmity with Yahweh Shem Shai?"
Metaphorically speaking, being connected to the matrix.
Mm.
You see what I'm saying? Being connected to the matrix is friendship with the world. You got it, bro.
God, that metaphor about to get literal, bro.
Yeah.
if you're against the Lord in the mindset, He's gonna kill you.
Yeah.
Right? And it says, "Whosoever therefore will be a friend of the world is the enemy of Yahweh." Okay? You're gonna be literally become an enemy of the Lord. He's gonna use Esau, the one you was going to instead of him. You're gonna use him to do it.
Woe to them that go down to Egypt.
God.
I got your
That was it.
I got your precept. This is Matthew 6:31. "Therefore take no thought, saying, What shall we eat? Or what shall we drink? Or what shall we be clothed? For all these things do the Gentiles seek." The Gentiles are those connected to the matrix. 2/3 of our people have the mindset of Gentiles, heathens. All right? The Lord don't want us thinking like that. Esau could drop us off and just drop us off in some stranded island. Guess what the Lord gonna do? You're supposed to have the faith the Lord got me. He's gonna consume me. He's gonna comfort me. He's gonna take care of me, and no matter what lower state I'm in. Because what does Sirach, the 2nd chapter, say? Make no haste when you're put in a lower state. You see what I'm saying?
Be patient now.
Be patient. Yeah.
Make
So,
not haste in time of trouble.
so in a time of trouble, we're gonna be disconnected from the grid. Okay. So you have to don't fret. Okay. Don't fret. All right. For all these things, the Gentiles are gonna fret.
Yeah, they're gonna
You see, when the lights go off, they're gonna fret. They're gonna press the panic button, and then they're gonna do it. And what does the devil do? Order out of chaos. Then they're gonna come conform and do whatever he tell them to do. They're gonna spread eagle, metaphorically speaking. I say literal.
Real
For
life.
your heavenly Father know that what you need of all these things. You see what I'm saying? If you're serving Yahweh Shem Shai, He knows you need water for these chains of darkness to live, to operate. You know you need substance for these chains of darkness to operate. He know for you to keep the law, you need water to clean your body. You know, you get your rocks off. You got to wipe that for you to be unclean be clean for the next day. You need water. The Lord is going to give us everything we need, man. Okay, but seek ye the first the kingdom of Yahweh and His righteousness. All these things shall be added unto you. And when you seek in the Lord, the more you separate from the system, the more you separate from this matrix. All right, and you just be totally dependent on Him. That's what He want to get. That's what He want to get us to. That's why the book of James, James say, "Count it all joy when various tribulations come upon you." All right, now you have a chance to prove how much you depend on the Lord and how much faith you got on Him. No matter Satan gonna throw his fiery darts. That's the condition of the battle. But when you disconnected from the matrix, all right, and you've been dwelling with Yahweh by Shema Shai, you don't give a fuck what's brought up on you. King David said, give me Psalms 119 or 126. Bubba Kashai.
You said 119 and
126.
all right, this is Psalms chapter 119 and 126.
That's what he said. It made void the law.
Yeah, this is.
No, that's not what I want. It's the one King David said, "He that is full of the law, nothing shall offend him."
Okay.
You see, that's when you got walk on water faith. No matter what situation you put in, nothing can offend. It should be in 119.
Okay.
Psalms 119. When you put the phrase in and it pop up,
Nah.
it says something to the fact, nothing shall offend him. He that is full of the law, nothing shall offend him.
Okay. Psalms 119 and 165.
Bring it out.
I got it. Psalms 119 and 165. Let me see. Should I start at 164? All right. This is Psalms 119 and 164. 7 times a day do I praise thee because of thy righteous judgments.
7 times a day. That's somebody disconnected from the matrix. You go in that hard and the Lord is dealing with you and He's responding to your prayers. All right. And you going from glory to glory. You getting power. You get built up on your most holy faith. You a person like that is like, fuck the grid, man. All right. Fuck the matrix. Bring it out.
Great peace have they which love thy law.
Come on.
And nothing.
That great peace in the middle of a storm. During the storm, Yahweh was what? Sleeping.
Sleep.
So during Jacob's trouble, what does wisdom do for you?
God.
It says it's going to stabilize you.
Come on.
All right? Wisdom shall be the stability of the time. What? The time of hell. All hell breaking loose. Bring it out.
And nothing shall offend them.
And nothing shall offend them. All right? So the Lord want to get us to the point where we was like King David and the beloved brother, Yahweh our beloved King's brother, James. I think you pronounce James Yaquan too. All right? When you get to the point where you count it all joy when you get bad news. You on the level. Hey, your car broke down.
Hey, just laugh about it.
Just laugh about it. You know?
Who was that prophet that when something had came upon him, he didn't have the answer, and he was perplexed because he didn't have the answer? Who was that? You know what I'm talking about? Everything was coming to him, so that one time it didn't come to me. Like, what the?
I think that was in the Book of Kings or something. I'm not positive.
Don't worry about it. Ain't no big difference.
Yeah,
Don't worry about it.
I'm not positive. I know that count, but it's not sharp on it.
I got it.
All right, so you want to get so built up in this thing, all right, where total to live off the grid is faith, man. When you grew up and you live one way your whole life, you were brought up from preschool, learn writing, arithmetic, so you can get a job. That's Esau's prescribed order, right? And you need a job to do what? Pay bills and get a house so you can live on what? The grid. Okay? And our Lord is telling us, he get so built up on faith, where the time gonna come where you're gonna be disconnected from the grid, and guess what? You still gonna be in good case because you put your trust on. Somebody give me Psalms 91 towards the end. He say because he put his 91 and 12. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, bring it out real fast. Yeah, you got it. It's towards the end.
Psalm Psalms 91.
Yeah.
It's
He
good.
say I will comfort him because he puts his trust on me.
Mm-mm.
It's definitely Psalms.
I got you. This is Psalms 91 and 9.
Bring it out.
Because thou hast made the Lord, which is my refuge,
That's it.
even the Most High, thy habitation. Therefore shall no evil befall thee.
And he talk about in the evil day when all hell break loose. In the evil day is when the grid is gonna fall. Okay, bring it out.
Neither shall any plague come nigh thy dwelling.
Come on,
For he shall give his angels charge over thee,
come on,
to keep thee in all thy ways.
come on.
They shall bear thee up in their hands, lest thou dash thy foot against a stone.
Come on.
That's what Satan quoted to Yahweh.
Yeah.
Thou shalt tread upon the lion and adder, the young lion and the dragon shalt thou trample under feet, because he hath set his love upon thee.
That's what I want right there, because he has set his love upon me. And love is synonymous with obedience, because he has obeyed me. That's why he says, seek ye first the kingdom of heaven, and everything will be added unto you. These carnal things that you're going to need, you know. The grid fall, you're going to eat. The grid fall, you're going to drink. The grid fall, look, I'm going to find a way to get you some Hennessy, some tequila, you know, some soft meat, you know.
And that's the carnal grid. But you connected to the spiritual grid. You
No,
understand?
when you're connected to the spirit, that's what Matthew 6 is telling you. When you're connected to the spiritual grid, seek ye first the kingdom of heaven, then all of these things will be added unto you. When you do what's right in the spirit, then the things that in the physical realm is going to come to you. You see what I'm saying? So you don't need Esau for what? Nothing.
What the scripture saying, one of all things. Reverse that, man.
That mean that means the curse is coming off.
Yeah.
That means the curse, because you got to come to him for one of all things. So during the time the grid fall, that means the curse is broken. We don't have to come to him for nothing. Food, water, raiment, we ain't coming to him for shit. The Lord is going to be taking care of his elect. Bring it out.
Therefore will I deliver him.
That's what he's going to deliver us. He's delivering us from the curse, and he's delivering us from this damn devil coming out of us with his ears peeled back and his sharp teeth. What they say in the book of Daniel, his great iron teeth coming to trample the residue, man. Bring it out.
I will set him on high.
He's going to set us on high, man. The elect men, of course.
Yep.
Those that have the mark. Bring it out.
Because he have known my name.
Because what he's doing right now, he's getting built on his most holy faith. He's seeking the Lord while he must be found. While he a time that he could be found. He's putting the Lord first. He's not going to forget your labor of love. You're being diligent. You're making your calling and elections assured. So when all hell break loose and you call on me, Hebrews 4:16, real fast. It's a lock, y'all.
No, God.
That's what it says. From the 15, he was calling upon him.
Yeah.
Hebrews 4:16, it says, let us therefore come boldly unto the throne of grace.
Hey, when are we going to be coming boldly? Hey, when you got drones coming after you, robots coming after you, Apache helicopters coming after you, F-16 jets coming after you, you know what I'm saying? Foot soldiers coming after you, hired henchmen coming after you, who you going to be calling on? Bring it out.
It says that we may obtain mercy and find grace to help him in time of need.
Hey, Jeremiah 30:7. Our Revelation, the 3rd chapter, our temptation, man. That's the time of need. So for you to get comfort in the time of need, Proverbs the 6th chapter, you got to be learning from the anti-sluggards. All right? During the time of plenty, he's preparing himself from the time of hell, the winter, man. We need to be preparing ourselves like more than ever and disconnecting from this mindset we learn here in America. Bring it out.
He shall call upon me, and I will answer him.
In Jacob's trouble. And right now, brothers is calling, brothers get in dire straits, bad situations, and you call on the Lord and he bring you a ram in the bush, man. But this is your faith get built up through these little skirmishes and little various trials we go over here. And then by the time you get to Jacob's trouble, you're ready to heal the sick, heal the leper.
It's practice.
You know what I'm saying? You're ready to walk on water, because John 14, that prophecy has to come to pass that you're going to do greater things than I did. That has to come to pass. You got it, bro. You got it, Darash.
It's second Ezra 14 and 13. Right? It says, now therefore set thine house in order, and reprove thy people, and comfort such of them as be in trouble, and now renounce corruption. So you get these spiritual gifts and rewards. You gotta work for it. Right? It don't feel good, but it's what you gotta go through. Right? It says, let go from the mortal thoughts. Right? So the Lord making us, we're in the process of becoming immortal. That's why you just get to the point, but he just disgusted with everything, man. He putting that level of detachment with you with everything. All right, from your job to the woman you deal with, just like this ain't for me. I can't keep this. Okay, now it says, let go from the mortal thoughts, cast away the burdens of man. Right, the burden of a man, worrying about what you're gonna eat the next day, worrying about what I'm gonna wear.
What the Gentiles see.
Yeah, what the Gentiles see, right? I'm gonna get to work. That's the burdens of man. The weak. I was about to say it. And it says, put now off the weak nature. That's the weak nature. Right? That spirit of relying on Esau for everything. That spirit of panicking. I say, making haste in time of trouble. That just show you ain't got faith. That's why Lord, like you said, building up our faith through these little skirmishes, these scuffles you get into, right? These spiritual lessons and beatings you get, your faith start getting built up. All right, because no matter how far the Lord puts you in a bad situation, He always take you out of it. All right, now it says, and set aside the thoughts that are most heavy unto thee. What I'm doing, I lose my job. What I'm doing, I lose my house. You will lose your house.
You're gonna lose.
You are going to lose your house. All right, and it says, and haste thee to flee from these times, for yet greater evils than those which thou hast seen shall be done hereafter. But it's gonna get worse. As the scripture say, this is just the beginning of sorrow. Things gonna get worse, so you got to get stronger. All right, it can't just things can't just be getting worse, and you in the same mindset you was a couple years ago, bro. Right? Knock it up.
Hey, bring that last verse out. The last part of the verse you brought. You brought out.
Second Ezra 14 and I start from 14. All right, it says, let go from the mortal thoughts and cast away the burdens of man. Put off now the weak nature, and set aside thoughts that are most heavy unto thee, and haste thee to flee from these times. For yet greater evils than those which thou hast seen happen shall be done hereafter.
And those evils are upon us. Bring it out.
All right, that'll be on that. Keep going.
Yeah, keep going.
All right, it says, but look how much the world shall be weakened.
No, it will go up a little bit more. Go up a little bit more.
Okay.
It's something you just said. I had a precept.
This verse 16 now. All right, it says, for yet greater evils than those which thou hast seen happen shall be done hereafter.
All right, here we go. Here we go right here. That's what I wanted. All right. All right. This is Matthew 24 and 14. And the gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all world for a witness unto all nations, and then the end, and then shall the end come. All right, the gospel that's been fulfilled. This glorious gospel is in fucking Zimbabwe, Australia, Philippines,
Zabunda,
Rome, literal Rome,
the West Indian Islands, Alaska.
Shit, that's Alaska.
Don't you got a brother in Germany?
Yeah.
You got a brother in Germany. Everywhere. This gospel is throughout the four winds. So we're at the end. We're no longer in the last days. We're in the final fucking hour. Okay? And it's written, when therefore thou shalt see the abomination of desolation spoken of by Daniel the prophet stand in the holy place, who shall read it, let him understand. All right? Now that happened. That was fulfilled, all right, during the time of what? Epiphanies?
Yeah.
All right? But when the Lord do things, he do them over and over again. All right? Things written aforetime was written for our learning.
Because they call Antiochus Epiphanes the abomination of desolation.
Yeah.
And they call Titus and Vespasian. He called him the abomination.
Abomination of desolation. You see what I'm saying? So what's going to happen in aforetime is going to happen again. But when we go down, it's going to tell you this is going to happen worse than what it happened when Epiphanes came down on our people. And when Vespasian came down, they killed everybody.
They back, just like the prophets back.
They went through and killed everybody in Jerusalem. Everybody in what it was when they committed suicide? Masada, yeah. All right? They killed everybody. Okay? Let him not on the housetop come not down to take. No, I skipped the part. Then let them which be in Judea flee into the mountains. That's the elect. You shall be pilgrims in the earth. We're not going to be bearing arms talking about fighting this devil. Our enemy is too strong for us. All right? So we're going to go off the grid and we're going to be as pilgrims in the earth. Okay? Sticking and moving. Sticking and moving, you know? Through the spirit. Neither let him which is in the field return back to take his clothes. See, that's like what that bitch Lot's wife did. You know? That's what Lifewise did. Coming back to get shit. Looking back. No, it's time to go. Don't go back. Hey, man, I left my pistol at the house. No, you don't need your pistol. Oh, man, I had a bug out bag at the house. Let me go back to get it. No.
That's bugged out. We're trying to go back.
No.
You are bugged out.
No.
You was a bug out.
You know? The Lord say, don't have no trust in this place or nothing that you know you done put up for a rainy day. Put all of your trust in me. If you're in the pool and you swimming and all hell break loose and all you got on the swim trunks, get the fuck. You ain't got no shoes on. You got your swim trunks on. Get the fuck. Some gonna happen down the road where the Lord is gonna get you some socks, some shoes, a t-shirt, some soap, some water. Something gonna happen down the road where he's gonna comfort you. Okay? Neither let him that which is in the field return back to take clothes. That's the real point I want to get. All right, that means you're going to be disconnected from the matrix. You're not trying to use nothing that's in the matrix. And woe to them that are with child, and to them that give suck in those days. All right, you see, and that scripture, woe to them that gives with child and give suck in them days. Hey, that's no different than Ezekiel 9, the 9th chapter. Your little child that you think you love so much, you're going to eat those children. During the time of famine, babies start looking like turkeys. They start looking like Thanksgiving turkeys. And the love of many, when he says shall wax cold, that Negro woman that thinks she loves her children so much, that love going to wax cold, and that baby going to start looking like some fried chicken to your ass. And it's written the 4th time, 2 Kings, the 17th, the 6th chapter. When women ate their children, cast lots to eat their children, and the curse, Deuteronomy 28th chapter, man. And there's other places. Cannibalism. You don't love these children. You're going to eat them children. You don't know what love is. The Lord say the two shall become one flesh, right? So you're supposed to love your husband more than anybody on the planet Earth. All right? So if you can't love your husband, you can't love your fucking children. So-called Negro woman. He said your desire wasn't going to be towards your children. He said your desire was going to be towards your husband. So who the fuck are your children if you can't respect your husband? You're going to eat them fucking kids because you don't know what love is. And love is the keeping of the commandments. You got it, brother.
I say they should become cruel as the ostrich. You look up them ostriches, they abandon their children. They might step on the egg on accident. Don't even give a fuck. Yeah. Unless you get eaten by all types of predators. The predator come up, is gonna lead you to the predator.
Take out running. See a lioness, she gonna fight to the death. A bear gonna fight to the death. The Lord didn't liken the Negro woman to a bear. A bear with her cubs, she fighting to the death. A lioness with her cubs, she's fighting to the death. The Lord likened y'all to ostriches. The ostrich is running away.
Goofy as hell.
Ostrich is getting the fuck them kids.
And not just that, even in the time that we in right here, right now, before our holy hell break loose, ostrich is so careless and she's so dumb and simple, she's killing her kids right here, right now. Yeah. By giving them these different decrees, these medical decrees, by separating them from their father, by attacking this truth, by feeding them just nothing but those little microwaves.
Like broads be having a food stamps with we talking about thousands of dollars on them bitches. And when they make groceries, all you see is Cheetos, Starburst, Snickers, Sprite, Coke, Sprite, Coke, and they got enough where they literally can go to Whole Foods and get some good shit. And then let's say you don't go to Whole Foods, you go to Rouse's. You know, you can get you some vegetables, alkaline water, strawberries, almonds. You know what I'm saying? They just get nothing. If it don't have carcinogens in it, they don't want it. Come on. If that bitch ain't cancerous, They don't want it.
Just goddamn, bro. Real talk.
And you have your kids. Let's just say you're going through something with your girl, and you got your kids for your allotted time, and the majority of the time they're with their mom. They getting poisoned, man. All right, and that go back to what? That go back to faith. The same way that you looking for the Lord to take care of you, you looking for the Lord to take care of your children, man. Straight up, you can't save your children. You can't save your motherfucking self, Jake.
You're a worm. The Lord likened the black woman to Ashton. He likened the men of Israel to worms. We have no power. We can Ashton to kill a worm. So the black woman got more power in this bitch than us.
A new thing upon earth.
Shit fucked up, bro.
Shit fucked up.
Shit fucked up, bro.
Shit fucked. The foundations of the earth are out of course, man. But the Lord said He did this for our good. He did. He said he chastising them. Somebody give me that. Hebrews 12 and 6, I think. He chastened those He loves. So us going through this hell is the chastening of the Lord. So He's showing us that He loves us. All right.
This is Hebrews 12 and 6. It says, "From whom the Lord loveth, He chasteneth."
He chastened. So when He got the black woman lording over us, cops, dinner talking us treacherously, your job, you at your job, the motherfucker talking down to you. You don't have power in your house. All right. The Lord brought us down to that of a worm. That's supposed to build character, build long suffering, and make you want to, if you got a righteous mind, be like, whatever I did to get in this predicament, I'm not doing it again. I'm not doing it again. I'm going to offend. What's 2 Sirach, the 17th chapter say? Offend less. And then Matthew the 5th chapter say, be ye perfect. All right? That's what hell does to you. The blueness of a wound cleanses away evil. Okay? That's the Lord's, that's the chastening of the Lord.
Pain is a hell of a teacher.
Yeah. That's why He gave you house shots to bench.
Get that. Get Proverbs 30 and 20. Proverbs 30 and 20. Yeah, finish it off, right?
It says, "And scourgeth every son whom he receiveth."
All right, so every brother is gonna catch hell. That's another thing. Read that again.
It says, "And scourgeth every son whom he receiveth."
All right, so you're gonna catch hell in this thing. Young brothers that's coming in, brothers that's in that probably haven't went through their little straight yet. They'll die your straight, because sometimes you could be in here a couple years and you get built up in the spirit and stuff, and a calamity ain't hit your ass yet. You know, that's what Elder Gabar always used to say. Hey, some of y'all don't have the experience. He said, y'all memorize the scriptures, you memorize the background, the breakdowns, but you don't have experience. You get the experience when that straight fall on you, that calamity fall on your fucking ass. All right, and they're gonna come. That's the chastising of the Lord. The Lord want to see how you're gonna deal with it. Bring that out.
You want Proverbs 30 and 20?
20 and 30 is one of what?
Yeah, you probably want. Okay. Let me see what 20 and 30 is.
I can read down too.
All right, Proverbs 20 and 30. That's it. Okay.
Bring it out.
Proverbs 20 and 30. The blueness of a wound cleanseth away evil.
The blueness of a wound cleanses away evil, man. That's the chastening of the Lord. Don't He whoop us black and blue? We get whooped black and blue. We catch hell. But guess what that's doing? That's cleansing away evil. Lord, whooping your ass. Lord, I will never eat pork again. Lord, I will never look at that man's woman. I don't even, hey, that's somebody's woman. Hey, look this other way. I'm going to try my hardest to keep the commandments to the best of my ability. That's what the blueness of a wound do to you, man. It gets that bullshit out of you. Get that. Ezekiel 22 and 15. I bring out the same precepts. Every sit down, don't it?
Look, let me get this in NLT.
All right, bring it out.
This is Proverbs 20 and 30 in NLT. I'm going to read it all the way through. Physical punishment cleanses away evil. Such discipline purifies the heart.
It makes you better. Hell makes you better. That's why he say, what that is in 1 Corinthians, you'll be tested by fire. It's the 3rd chapter.
Oh, I'm right there. That's good. I've been over
Bring it out.
For a minute.
Bring it out, Doc.
It's 1 Corinthians 3, and I started 11. It says, "For other foundation can no man lay than that is laid, which is Yahushua HaMashiach. I was about to say that ultimate example of that you can do it. He said, I overcame the world in the flesh, man. All right, so it's possible for us to do it as well. It just takes a lot more shit for us to do it. All right, he says, now, if any man build upon this foundation, gold, silver, precious stones, wood, hay, stubble, every man's work shall be made manifest. All right, it's coming into the time where your work is going to be made manifest through that fire. What I'm about to say, for the day shall declare it, because it shall be revealed by fire. All right, by that trial. Okay, because the whole earth about to come on this trial. The whole earth about to enter into the hour of temptation. All right, but it's going to be revealed who was really about this and who wasn't. Okay, now it says, and the fire shall try every man's work of what sort it is. All right, what foundation did you have? What did you believe in? All right, what type of person were you on the planet? Are you about to come into a time of consequences? Judge a lot of consequences about this.
Consequences, repercussions.
Yeah, consequences.
Like guys that are letting their lips write a check that their ass can't check cash, like Sakari. Sakari, some type of judgment about to come down on his ass. He just too loose at the lips, and you're gonna be accountable for every idle word that come out your fucking mouth. He's way low. He's full of pride. All right, pride comes before the fall. Earth and Eshes is proud as a motherfucker, man. And when you look at his persona and how he rock out, you can clearly tell he's worldly as fuck, man. Worldly as fuck. You have more on that, bro?
Yeah, kind of. It says, if any man's work abide, which he have built thereupon, so everybody been building towards something, it's just what you've been building towards, right?
Yeah.
Right, when you trying to get accolades in the world, you want to be that nigga, that guy, you're going to get that. You're going to get the reward of I say, working for that. All right, but it says, he shall receive reward. If any man's work shall be burned, he shall suffer loss. But all these works, as the fashion this world is passing away. With fervent heat, all this shit about to be melted. The mindset about to be melted. The people literally about to be melted. All right, it says, but he himself shall be saved. All right, so you want to hope that you in that position to where the things you built, at least you have something of stability. And that's only outshot.
I got a freestyle.
It says, but he himself shall be saved, yet so as by fire. All right, through that trial, through getting going through shit. That's how you make it. But that was it.
Hey, like the elder said about Sakari and other guys like Adam Abbott and Nate, you can look at their disposition and you can just see that they full of pride. And the thing that's going to knock them off of their high horse is what? Prophecy. And I got a scripture real quick. Now, this scripture is talking about Esau, but it's multifold. This is Wisdom of Solomon 6 and 8. But a sore trial shall come upon the mighty. So the heads of these different off camps, all of these people that have all of these different high offices that's feeding Yasharala.
They got a lot to say about the men of the Lord. Got a lot of bullshit to say.
You know, that's feeding Yasharala with dirty, nasty, putrefied water, man. Unto you, therefore,
bitter cisterns.
Bitter cisterns. Right. Cisterns that can't even hold water.
You heard me?
Shit that can't even hold water.
Right. Unto you, therefore, O kings. Now, you can liken this to the heads of these camps. You can liken this to the people that have the higher position, those elders in these different camps, because they can clearly see that the prophecies that Yahweh Hashem Yahushai has bountifully blessed Elder Apostle Tahar with on down, that it's coming true. It's coming to pass. You can't get around it, especially when in Revelation 13 to 16 hit. Even with that medical decree that came, you can't get around that these ancient men were correct about their prophecies, and they're going to have to swallow everything that they taught. Some of them are going to come out of it. The majority of them are going to perish, man. Okay? Do I speak that ye may learn wisdom and not fall away? All right? So they have time to get this wisdom. They have time to be like, I messed up. I was teaching the wrong thing. Yahweh Shem Yahushua forgive me. Okay? For they that keep holiness holily shall be judged holy. All right? So you bring out the truth and you teach it in the right manner. And they that have learned such things shall find what to answer. Wherefore set your affection upon my words, desire them, and ye shall be instructed. So you deal with the law, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, and then after you get the milk down pat, you go into the meat, because the meat is what's going to separate the man from the mice. The meat goes into the prophecy. What's coming? What's the M to the T to the B? All right. Should I take this medical thing that they issuing out? All right. They said that the only way I can get paid is I have to get this thing inside of me. But look, if all hell hold the hell break loose, I can cut it out, right? So these are the things that you have to take into consideration, and you have to get into the mind frame of knowing that you don't know nothing. All right, and you got to be prayed up, man. At the end of the day, and God, Yahweh Shem Yahushua has to give you discernment.
I got a precept. This is Proverbs 11:2. It says, "When pride cometh, then cometh shame." All right. So they're gonna, these false prophets. All right. In a day when the Lord bring down that judgment in the house of Israel, they're gonna be ashamed. All right. Being prideful, going off with the doctrine, like the brother bringing out. But with the lowly is wisdom. All right. Coming against the men of great millstone from the apostle elders on down. All right. We taking the low.
Look how they dress. They look like bums.
Yeah. So we also we pushing 100% truth into the end. All right, you got it, bro.
Hey, get Ezekiel 34:10. This is what the Lord about to ultimately do with these guys. All right, He's about to just put them out the way.
Like you out.
Just take them out. But look, this is another thing. You got righteous people in some of those camps. Righteous men in some of those camps. Sincere men in some of those camps. And you cut off their head, the body gonna fall. And if there's some sincere men, then they're going to come and get under order. Bring it out.
This is Ezekiel 34:10. Thus saith the Lord power. Behold, I am against the shepherds, and I will require my flock at their hand.
All right. So he said, I'm going to require my flock at their hand. All right. I'm going to get my servants, my elect men, away from them. Okay. I'm going to get my precious jewels out of the hand, my beloved elect men, away from these ravenous wolves. All right, and that's what he's done when he's pulled all us out of the world. Some of us was in Christianity, some of us was just in niggerdom, because a shepherd is just whoever you follow. No matter what you're into. All right, but the Lord is talking about false prophets here. Bring it out.
And cause them to cease from feeding the flock.
All right, the Lord say he's going to get elect men out of Sakari. But he's going to stop Sakari from even teaching the bullshit he's teaching. The book of Hebrews is done away with. It's not scriptural. It's not, the Lord didn't authorize it. You see, you teaching some shit like that, you told it off. That's blasphemy, man. Okay? Get the fuck out of here. The Lord gonna get them out the way. Bring it out.
Neither shall the shepherds feed themselves anymore.
All right, then exploiting people that are sincere. Getting their money, calling them pockets. Pocket. That's fucked up. Manipulating brothers. All right, playing on brothers' sincerity, and got sincere brothers doing off things. The Lord said, "I'm gonna take you away from them niggas, man." All right, bring it out.
For I will deliver my flock from their mouth.
All right, hey, the Lord has a number according to election. All right. That's under foul spirits, foul men, ruthless men. Amongst my people are found wicked men. Bring it out.
That they may not be meat for them.
All right, so we're not going to be spoiled. We're not going to be prey. When you under a false prophet, you are prey. He's taking, get Micah 3:3. But he really started at the top.
All right, this is Micah chapter 3, and verse 1, and it reads, it says, and I said, hear, I pray you, O heads of Jacob, and ye princes.
O heads of Jacob, false prophets, the so-called leaders, all right? Al Sharpton, Sakari, it don't matter who you are. You got people following you. You're leading people, so-called. Bring it out.
And ye princes of the house of Israel.
Come on.
Is it not for you to know judgment?
And they don't know judgment. They don't know the judgment of the Lord. They're not in the spirit. Bring it out.
Who hate the good and love the evil?
When you talking about Elder Ariel, calling a nigga saying fuck him, you don't know good from evil. The Most High used him to do a great thing. But you still going out the 12 tribes saying. You still saying Yahweh Shema was shot. And the Most High used this man to give you that information. Bring it out. But it's hey man, shout out to Coolio, He was my favorite rapper. I love that guy. It ain't fuck Coolio, old wicked ass nigga. That's how we coming. Oh, wicked ass nigga, sodomite ass nigga, man. When you talk to Sinetta, you have nothing bad to say about him, but it's fuck REI. Elder REI. Beloved Elder REI.
He said Farrakhan is our leader.
Yeah. You look up to Farrakhan. The Lord is about to do away with these type of men. Bring it out.
Who pluck off their skin from off them.
If somebody teach you lies, they pluck off your skin from off of you. When you go to the book of Ezekiel, what that is, 37th chapter, when he said the sign of the dry bones, he said prophesy to these bones, right? So when you prophesy and give truth to somebody, what happened to those bones? They stood up, sinews came on them, skin came on them, breath went in them. That's what happens when somebody tells you the truth. But when somebody tells you lies, the opposite happens. Bring that out.
Who pluck off the skin from off them?
The total contrary thing happens. They're taking your skin off of you. That's what lies do. Bring it out.
And their flesh from off their bones.
They're killing you. When you following false prophets, what Isaiah the 9th chapter say, if you follow the wicked, those that are follow them are led astray and destroyed. Roughly paraphrase. Parents together. Bring it out.
It says, who also eat the flesh of my people.
Spoiling, killing you. That's what false prophets do to you. Bring it out.
And flay their skin from off them.
Killing you. Spiritually, you're dead. Even with ISUBK, when you teach other men that sodomy is legal, it's legal to sodomize a woman, you're killing that man. Every time he shoots up in that woman's Duke shooter, you're killing that man. That's an abomination. When a man believes that teaching, you're killing him. You're pulling the skin off of him. You're chopping up his bones. Bring it out.
It says, they break their bones and chop them in pieces, as for the pot and as for flesh within the cauldron. Then shall they cry unto Yahweh, but he will not hear them.
You see, in a lot of you in those camps that take heed after the person you're following. What did our great king say about the Pharisees? They travel land and sea to find a proselyte and make them 10 times the demon of hell that they are. It's such thing as going too far where the Lord won't even forgive you. You know? So the Lord is about to do away with all these false prophets. You had a little bit more on that? Yeah, that's it. The Lord about to do away with all these false prophets. And for the brothers that's in the faith, you know, you're supposed to be separating more and more from this world, from this matrix, okay? The word holy means to be what? Set apart. Okay? And you need to be getting built on your most holy faith. Being around, not forsaking the assembly. Give me that. Give me Hebrews 10 and 23.
Hebrews chapter 10 and verse 23, and it reads,
this is what you're supposed to be doing in this final hour.
Let us hold fast the profession of our faith.
All right. You need to be studying these scriptures and cleaving to this doctrine of life, this glorious gospel. Bring it out.
Without wavering.
Without wavering. You got to be hold fast, all right? When you hold fast, you get in the car, you fasten that fucking seatbelt. And if you have a crash, what you depending on that seatbelt to do? Keep your ass from going through the fucking windshield, man. That's how you got to hold fast to this doctrine. All right, cleave to it. Bring it out.
For he is faithful that promise. And let us consider one another to provoke unto love and to good works.
All right, the Lord wants us to do what? Be around one another. Iron sharpening iron. Loving one another. All right? Not dealing with your brothers treacherously, backbiting them, just doing all manner of wickedness. Nah, he wants you to be amongst each other, sharpening one another, reproving one another, studying with one another, doing these beautiful sit-downs with one another, and preparing yourself for that great and terrible day. Bring it out.
Not forsaking the assembly of ourselves together.
See, the Lord say, not forsaking the assembly of ourselves together. We supposed to be getting around each other more and more the closer we get to the end. Because we all we got. Let's say you got an obedient woman. There's nothing she can do to get you delivered. Only thing that's going on with her is the more she obeys you, That's how she gets delivered. So who you need to be around more? The Akim.
Right.
Like-minded men. Not saying don't forsake your woman. You got a woman that's in order. Tender and delicate with her. Deal with her accordingly. But you don't put her above the Akim. Okay? Straight up. Bring it up.
It says, as the manner of some is.
As the manner of some is. Forsaken. Well, hey, that kills that lone wolf spirit.
Mm-hmm.
That kills that, I'm going to go do my own thing spirit. Because he says the manner of some is, that he said that in a negative, from a negative place. That's negative, a negative kind of connotation. Bring it out.
It says, but exhorting one another, and so much the more as ye see the day approaching.
He say it's so much more as you see the last day, the final hour approaching. We're supposed to be exhorting one another more and more, preferring one another more and more, hanging with each other more and more. We got. All you got is the brotherhood, man. You got the brotherhood and this doctrine. That's it. Here in Babylon, all you got is the brotherhood. You got it, brother.
I lost my train of thought. But
Hey, look, man, I'm gonna say this.
I got to appreciate.
Look, let me say this real quick, and you got it in 2 seconds. The brotherhood in this doctrine is your real woman, man.
That's your woman.
That's your woman. That should make your carnal woman jealous. All right, if she not jealous and she not a part of this thing, you're probably doing something wrong. This is our woman, man.
This is Proverbs 10:14. It says, "Wise men lay up knowledge, but the mouth of the foolish is near destruction." So that's what we're doing. We're, fellowshipping with the brethren, being around the brothers, laying up, getting this knowledge, wisdom, understanding. So we're laying up this knowledge, storing up the treasures of heaven. But you have men that's coming against this truth. That's what? Their mouth speaking what? Foolishness. And it's going to ultimately lead to their destruction. They're false prophets. You got it, brother.
Because the men still really just in the world. Like all these other camps, they're really just Israelite niggas.
They worldly.
They just worldly niggas. It's money, cars, clothing hoes with an Israelite spin on it.
Hey, I heard, I was looking at you do a sit down one day. You was like, just a well-educated nigga.
I'm talking niggas.
I'm gonna keep it real. That's how that dude Adam Abbott be sounding, huh? Like a well-educated nigga, man. You hear me? If you don't have this truth and you're not strapped down and buckled in with this word, he can sway you left or right. With that old Christian pastor ass fucking dialect, the way I hate that shit, bro.
Like I told the Pharisees, you're like, some of you know the truth, but you ain't gonna do it because you're scared about what your leader's gonna say. Yeah, it's the same shit happening right now.
And the Lord about to take the leaders away.
It's Jude 1:3. It says, "Beloved, when I gave all diligence to write unto you of the common salvation," which what these videos are, we tell you the common salvation, the comforter. You got hope. If you ain't just but hey, that hope come with it. It's work on your part that got to be done. It says, "It was needful for me to write unto you and exhort you that ye should earnestly contend for the faith which was once delivered unto the saints." All right, so you got to contend. You got to fight for this. It says, "For there are certain men crept in unawares, who were before of old ordained to this condemnation." So these niggas just made to be wrong. They're going to keep doing what they made to do, and you're going to wax worse and worse. That's why the Lord making it more and more apparent that he ain't dealing with. Right? Certain shit they breaking down on. He's like, whoa, what are you talking about? How they going in that the hell doctrine and this and that. They saying F him. It's like they starting to look bad. The Lord making that separation, who he dealing with and who he ain't. And it says, "Ungodly men turning the grace of our power into lasciviousness." Right, to greed, chasing the bag, money, cars, clothing, hoes, but you got a garment on. That's it. You still that same nigga.
No, they ain't got on the garment. They got on the t-shirt with fringes.
Yeah, you got a t-shirt with fringes or a hoodie with fringes. All right, and it says, "Turning the grace of our power into lasciviousness and denying the only Lord Yahweh."
Going to strip clubs on the Passover.
Yeah.
Ooh,
With sticks.
Coming to camp with guns.
That shit bugged down. Man, calm.
Prophesying with hats on, man. Just like turning this place, just turning the Lord's house into a den of thieves. Niggas, right?
Bro. But they do that shit for Eve. Eve like niggas. That's why you see them put them nigga characteristics off.
Yeah.
Let me take an Instagram pic of my Glock. On my Glock out.
Rap video.
Rap video is away. Alright. This last one. No, I thought you were kind of like it. This last verse right here. It said, "I will therefore put you in remembrance," the spirit that said Passover, I will therefore put you in remembrance, though you once knew this, how that the Lord, having saved the people out of the land of Egypt, afterward destroyed them that believe not. Just spirit that we entered into the past of the same thing about that. Right, where we talk about it, these guys wicked, these guys, the Lord about to start showing it. He's just about to start killing you niggas.
He about to start killing. He about to start killing guys that are in the truth connected to the Israelite thing about us. It don't matter if you're in Great Millstone. If you're in Great Millstone going off, the Lord about to start killing. And if you're in these other camps teaching off things and doing off things, the Lord about watch what happened. The Elder Torah didn't coin that on his own merit. The Lord put the spirit on him to coin it the year that all prophecies come to pass. Judgment is going to start in the house of Israel first, and these dudes is waxing worse and worse.
Yeah.
IUIC, all my years in the truth, I've never seen them teach that hell was a disco inferno like the Christians, man. So they just waxing worse and worse, man.
Got a piece up.
Like you said, that sword trial coming to the mighty. He's starting to just vex you. We got that.
All right, this is John 2:13. The Jews' Passover was at hand, and Yahushua went up to Jerusalem and found in the temple those that sold oxen and sheep and doves and the changers of money sitting. All right, so this could be metaphorical to how these niggas are teaching our people how to be niggas. All right, teaching these damnable heresies. You can have sex on the Shabbat. You can go up your woman's rear end. You can depend on your gun. Bring it to camp.
They was mismanaging the temple.
Mismanaging the temple, huh? That's right. And look, and this is also metaphorical, all right? But it's not going to be what it is here. It's going to be death. Verse 15. And when he, and it's talking about Yahushua, had made a scourge of small cords, he drove them all out of the temple.
Oh, all right, hey, look. Our king would have made a little weapon.
So he took time to do it.
Hey, he looked at all these motherfuckers. He went in there and peeked in that bitch. What? Okay, I'm going to be back.
Yeah, hey, that's Jake. I'm going to be right back.
I'm going to be right back. He said he made the money. He made it.
And when he had made a scourge of small cords.
Then went in there just, laying down low. That's what the Lord is about to do now.
Come on.
He about to come to those that are mismanaging the temple, got vomit all over the tables, got pigeon shit all over the house.
Harlots.
You know what I'm saying? Harlots all in the house. And he about to come in and kill them. Yes, he is. You got it, bro.
Okay. And sheep and oxen poured out the changers' money and overthrew the tables. So he's going to take down these false camps, these false churches, these false prophets. All right, he's gonna take them down, and he's going to do it by what? With a scourge. All right. Some of these guys probably doing drugs. They go OD off of fentanyl because they sound like a drugged out man. If you understand the truth, a lot of them learned from the apostles, but they just took it and perverted it. Okay. Some of them gonna die from ODs. Some of them are gonna die from car accidents. The niggas that want to live by that iron, somebody go kill their ass. Watch
on camera in front of everybody.
Yeah,
the Lord, beautiful in His judgments. Lord, make an example out you. He'll let you get you go up there on that camera all proper and shit. You got your ARs up there in camp. He'll let one of them good old boy Edomites drive by, amp that bitch up while the camera is just still in motion, perfect. You know what I'm saying? And then you guy on the ground just bleeding out,
shaking like King Bone.
Yeah.
I'm
telling you, man, the Lord is El Shaddai. He don't play, man.
They have an account in the scriptures where the Levites did that false sacrifice. He burned them up. And had them took the bodies and
offering that strange fire, man. And these dudes offering strange fire, bro. He's gonna make examples out of them to make everybody fear.
Yeah. In verse 16, and he said unto them that sold doves, take these things hence, make not my father's house and house of merchandise. So get that nigga shit out of here, man. Teach what was taught. Get that perversion out of here. The Lord is gonna do it, man. But you still have time. Get your shit together, Jake. You know?
You don't have much time.
No.
This is the final hour.
That's right.
We're in the final hour. This is the generation that will see our great king enter the atmosphere, subdue all of the kings of the earth, and beam up his elect. This is the generation. Matthew 24:32. When the leaves on the fig tree are yet tender, you know summer is nigh. All right? What is that Matthew the 16th chapter where he say, you hypocrites, you look at the sky, you say that the sky is red. All right? You can read the weather, but you don't know the signs of the times. If you're occupied in prophecy and you're on your watchtower, you know this is it.
Yeah, you can feel it, bro.
This is it.
See it. Shit.
This it. We not going. We young men. I'm probably the oldest one here. I'm 42. We not going to 80 and 90 years old. That's not happening. That radio frequency identification Karama could be out any day now. The banking systems can crash. The stock market can crash any day now. This is the generation, man. They say in the Ukraine they made was that who that was? That was Kaya?
Yeah,
Posted
I
that?
think so.
Fuck a smart city, a smart country. So when everything goes digital and electronical, all right, this devil has full power. He is a fucking God when he does that. He's a fucking God. When you understand what power is, he becomes a fucking power when he does that. He's really trying to be omnipotent. Because when you have that one of those things up in you, all right, every move you make, he can look on the little computer. All right, this is such and such and such and such.
Like the iPhone.
He's over there on Alameda Street. Oh, now he's going into the mall right now. So the Most High know where we at every day of the week, every second of the day. When that devil do that, he's gonna know where you at every day of the week, every second of the day. Mm-hmm. He's trying to be like the Most High. He meant that shit. Yeah. He said, "I will raise up what it is." Isaiah 14.
I said, okay, you're talking about the one I said. They say the same thing.
And 2 Thessalonians. And Obadiah. Yeah.
And Ezekiel 28.
Yeah. He say he's gonna
send past the height of the clouds.
Yeah. He say he want.
One of them say he gonna be the Most High.
Be the Most High. All right. He mean that
one
shit.
One of Isaiah say he gonna be the Most High.
He means that with his technology.
Say be like.
Be right.
All right. Be like the Most High, man. That's too much pride to say some shit like that.
Correct. That's right.
You going off your rockers to say some shit like that. Your pride has deceived thee.
I got a precept real quick. It's Ezekiel 28:2. Son of man, say unto the prince of Tyrus, thus saith the Lord power, because thine heart is lifted up, and thou hast said, I am a God. I sit in the seat of God.
Ooh. All right, now with this left-handed technology, he's doing the things that the Heavenly Father does naturally. He's trying to imitate it, duplicate it. Mm-hmm. All right, he has this. He wants that blessing back, because the blessing that's given to us, we are God kings. You see what I'm saying? He wants it back, and you can't get it back. All sales are final. You sold it for some raw meat. We ain't selling shit back. You ain't getting nothing back, devil. Bring it up.
In the midst of the seas. Yet thou art a man and not God.
All right, you're a man, you're not God, and then you the basis of it. The Lord got you in power, so-called white man right now, according to prophecy. For prophecy. He wrote a movie script, and you just playing it out.
Like a hoe.
And at the end of the movie, hey, you're gonna be crawling on all four, getting kicked in the ass, getting beat across your fucking head. You're gonna be the epitome of every joke. What it say in Isaiah 14? Hey, get that in Isaiah 14 where they say, "Have you become weak as weak?"
Yeah.
Is everybody gonna be getting on his ass, man? Are you the one that made the nations the wrong?
I got you.
I was the hammer.
Isaiah 14:15. Yet thou shalt be brought down to hell.
You're gonna be brought down low. You're gonna be brought down to captivity, to slavery. Bring it out
to the sides of the pit.
To the sides of the pit. That represents hardcore bondage. Bring it out.
They that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee.
All of the inhabitants of the earth, not just the Israelites, the fucking Ishmaelites, the Japhites, Elamites, The Hamites.
Yeah, damn.
Every nation under the sun gonna be looking at you. God damn, nigga. What the fuck happened to you?
Mm-hmm.
Damn, homie. Back in high school, you used to be the man, homie. Bring it up.
Okay. Is this the man that made the earth to tremble?
He literally gonna make the earth tremble with that nuclear ICBM. Yeah. And even right now, without the nuclear ICBMs, through his military might, he's been making the earth tremble. The nations are scared of this fucking devil. Who shall make war with the beast, man? Bring it up.
Right.
But now we're living in a time that he that is weak is saying, I am strong. Bring it up.
That did shake the kingdoms.
That shook the kingdoms, man. This devil that shook the kingdoms up. He didn't. Hey, what the scripture say? He's deceived the nations, man. Let him out that little season so he could deceive the nations. And then Matthew the 24th chapter says it's gonna be so bad that this how he gonna shake the nations. He say if it for the elect's sake,
Right.
he was gonna say, bring it out, all right?
It's Matthew 24 and verse 21. It says, "For then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time.
All right. And the Lord using this devil to bring in that tribulation. Bring it out.
No, nor ever shall be. And except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved."
So he's really gonna shake the nations. He really gonna fuck up the earth. Because it says if the Lord and that Archangel Michael, Allah, don't come down here, no flesh will be saved. All right? We're not just talking about humans, alligators,
Everything. Yeah.
hyenas. He gonna destroy germs, any life form. Because germs and bacteria is life. He gonna do away with every fucking thing.
Germex. You
Look,
maybe should
this
just kill
dude
them.
really got a fucking self-destruct button if shit don't go his way.
Yeah.
If I don't rule, no one can. Self-destruct. That's a fucking self-destruct button, man.
Oh, he'll suicidal maniac. When things go wrong, what did Nero had all that power. As soon as shit went left, what he did? Off this stuff.
Hey, you
Adolf
remember
Hitler.
Jim Jones?
They-
Yeah,
Ready to do Jim
Jim
Jones,
Jones
that preacher?
had all that power. As soon as shit went left, off this stuff.
He killed himself and he killed his whole congregation.
Keep bringing it out.
Okay.
Right? And it says, Matthew 24 and 22.
No, that was the point of that. You wanted to bring more out?
No, that was it.
Yeah, that was it.
Well, actually, it was.
All right, bring it out.
I just Matthew 22 and 22 from the middle. And it said, "But for the elect's sake, those days shall be short."
You gotta bring that part out, all right?
Got it.
Like you, all right? You gotta bring that part out. But for the election, electos, that's what it says when you go into that word. All right? For the elect, a small remnant of the house of Israel. He said you're gonna be a little sanctuary in the nations where I scattered thee. For your sake, he's gonna stop all this fucking nuclear holocaust, all of this pestilence, all of this great death. For our sake. All right?
Like, I'm just backing you up. Like, with the Russians, they got missiles that literally are just made to pollute the water. They got missiles
That's
that
why would you aim some shit like that, bro? They got the fucking gold.
just poison the water.
All right, let's say we beat our enemies, right? Let's say you go to war. The Lord is a man of war. So, all right, when he created the nations, he made the movie where people go to war, right? But after you go to war, you want to conquer, and you want to do what with those resources that you conquered. It's called booty. You want to enjoy them. This bitch gonna poison the water. That could be your water. You can't even enjoy your win in the war. A person like that is the basis of men. He got to go.
No principles.
The Babylonians didn't do that. The Persians didn't do that. The Assyrians didn't do that. They didn't fuck up the earth. The one that fucked up the earth when he got in power is the so-called white man. We're talking about the literal earth, the atmosphere, the stratosphere, the water, whales beaching themselves by 50s and 60s of them, beaching themselves. What's going on in that water out there? Whatever it is, it ain't good.
It's those different signals and shit that he's sending out. It's those different signals that's gonna connect.
Sonar and shit.
Yeah, those, all that.
Submarines and shit.
Chemtrails. I was looking into that shit. That graphene oxide, that main ingredient, that venom sauce. You know, when they were putting the frequency on it, it was moving. we be breathing it in. That's how you know the Lord got to be dealing with somebody because we be breathing the shit in. But it's the same ingredient in that juice. And you do the research on it. It travel to the brain and it affect your way of thinking. But I think it can affect a person's way of thinking. What the fuck is the animal?
Yeah.
Esau probably got them animals killing
And,
themselves.
and those animals, they operate on a certain vibration. So it's out of whack and it's out of course. And the same thing that causes those whales to beach themselves is the same thing that causes those birds to fall out the goddamn sky, man.
Gee.
All right?
And when the wicked and ruling, the people mourn. Not only the people, the fucking animals.
The earth.
Killing the animals.
The earth.
The trees.
That's why the Lord said we gotta kill him that killeth the earth, man. He got to go, bro. When you walk past these motherfuckers, man, hey, 2/3 of our people, ooh, John at my job, all white people ain't bad. They gotta go too. Anybody that think like that, you have to go.
Yeah.
You're not worthy to march into the kingdom of heaven. We're gonna do what that conqueror in Cuba name was? Castro. Anybody wasn't rocking out on Castro vibration, he killed you or he exiled you. We're gonna kill you though.
Hey, look, that's what Saddam did. Saddam.
Because Exodus 20 chapter say we gonna kill you.
Mm-hmm.
If you're not getting down, Luke 19 and 27, if you're an Israelite and you're not getting down, we're killing you. That's the nastiness of the script. We killing your ass. We don't want nobody coming into the kingdom of heaven with any type of
Esau mindset.
Wine, American wine.
Any type of wine. Sometimes you got Ishmaelite wine.
Mm-hmm.
Any kind of wine in it.
Fucking animal, bro. Real talk.
Kingdom of heaven is gonna be perfection. You got it, brother.
Okay, this is Jeremiah 50 and 22. It says the sound of battle is in the land and of great destruction. It says, how is the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder and broken? How is Babylon become a desolation among the nations? All right, but it's happening in real time. The Lord said, I shall destroy it with the spirit of my mouth and the brightness of my coming. All right, so you see it in real time. You see the morale of the people fall. All that got to happen now is the physical shit. The physical shit got to start taking place. Death, consequences, judgment, freak accidents, zombies. Then this bitch get blown up.
Hasten the day.
That's a cherry on top. God,
That's the cleanup crew.
yeah. Because millions are gonna die before those.
What it say in the front? It was as the Garden of Eden.
And
But
behind
that
it
was the
desolation.
desolate wilderness. That's the cleanup crew.
It says, I have laid a snare for thee, and thou art also taken. And the snare is yourself. You destroying the planet that you don't even know you're gonna be in slavery on the same planet. I say with the Wisdom of Solomon, the second chapter, you don't consider that you gotta be reincarnated and brought back to deal with shit, bro. You just in that YOLO mindset. I just killed myself and that'd be the end of it.
End all be all.
That's it. All right,
I don't go like that, Jack.
It says, O Babylon, and thou wast not aware, thou art found and also caught. You didn't got caught. And it says, because thou hast striven against the Lord. Right? You've gone against the Lord. Now it's time for action, consequences, death, persecution, bro. It gotta
Repercussions.
be repercussions. Right? It gotta be repercussions for something. Right?
Retribution.
For all this shit. Recompense. That was it on that one.
You don't got no more.
Okay. That was it. All right. So with that, hope this is an edifying lesson. I end up by giving infinite honor and praises to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, HaKadosh.
Go on to the elders and apostles, the great millstone, who rule and teach well. Peace and blessings to the open and faithful elect across the four corners, living and preaching this truth to the best of their ability and sincerity. Shalom.
Shalom.
Above all.
Above all.
Kwam Yashala.
Kwam Yashala.
Next time.
We went well.